The title is Trump has a 99.9% chance of victory according to my election model. I don't even know if I'm going to like say anything. I think I just want to hear what this cope is. Like, because Trump might win, but 99.9% chance? Let's
just like
see.
this.
Is it going to be another 49 state landslide?
So we're currently 47 days out from election day, about a month and a half out. Things are heating up, the election is getting closer, and today we're going to give an update to the electoral map with my forecast. So you can see here, these are the
Wait, hold on. Toss ups 313? New York is a toss up? Washington and Oregon are toss ups? Wait, hold the fuck up. Wait, what the It's 102% in mine? Based. Based. Wait, hold on. Washington, 99 times out of 100. Harris plus 21. Harris plus 14. Warnock. Even Warnock, who's not even running, Shapiro, who's not running, Whitmer, who's not running, are beating Trump by 4, 2, and 3. What the is going on? Harris wins 97 times out of 100 in Oregon. But this guy has it as a toss-up. This is unhinged.
the safe states in my current projection. These are 15 plus point victories, and Trump has a 125 to 100 advantage in the Electoral College. So he has a higher absolute floor currently. Now, before we get into the state margins for the rest of the key states on this map, I'm going to get into why my election model is actually indicating Trump has a 99.9% chance of victory if the election were held today. And so we're going to get into that. So first things
Wait, when was it? It's okay. It was posted 21 hours ago.
first,
Okay.
if we take a look at my national model, Trump has a 2.5 point lead, and it's been steadily increasing. Trump seems to be gaining support. As you see here, he's up.
Harris is up 51.8 to 48.2. What about RCP has Harris up 1.9? Wait, he has Real Clear Politics up right here.
To almost 50% nationally, and Harris is at just over 47%. Her support seems to have flatlined a little bit. She's been kind of stagnant at just over 47%. So that is not a good sign for her. And third-party candidates have been slowly losing support since Kennedy dropped out. Now, this model here combines multiple different key indicators that do predict the national environment. The first one being my polling bias model. This one takes into account an average of all the polls for the past month, as you see here, but it also accounts for polling bias from 2020, which vastly overestimated Democrats by 4.5 points.
He is reducing all of Harris's polls by 4.5%. Okay.
And Trump leads this model by about 3 points. He is definitely expanding his lead, as you see here. Now down here, we see my job approval model. Trump leads this one by 2.8 points. This one, I actually changed the methodology a little bit. I'm now weighing the job approval polls from RCP to a D+1 electorate, which I think is very fair. So I account for the oversampling of Democrats in these surveys, and I also adjust for undecided voters as well. And Harris has an adjusted job approval of 47.3%. Which is what I assume she is getting nationally, because job approval, historically, it's been the best predictor of vote share of any singular metric we have. You can see just how accurate it would have been in 2020. It was only 0.2 points off predicting Trump's vote share. And these three other elections, I actually have not even weighed the approval polls yet to their actual electorates, and they were still very accurate. That's how good job approval has.
I don't know if that's... Have it go back way further.
Now, I might adjust them soon so we can see how much better they get for previous elections. But regardless, Harris, her vote share is just over 47% according to her approval, and Trump is up by almost 3 points here. And then we look down here to my favorability model, which does track Trump's favorability in RCP. He is currently with a favorability at 44.7%. That is almost the highest he has.
He's unfavorable plus 8.1. Wait, how are we spinning this? How are we spinning the almost 10 point unfavorable fucking
to my favorability model, which does track Trump's favorability in RCP? He is,
and we could just follow along. We just follow along. Whereas let's see, how do we find that on here? It'll be somewhere. Let's look at polls. Okay, let's just look at a search. Favor Trump, favorable, unfavorable. Dude, he's never broken 50% approval his entire political life. The closest he got was 45% favorable. And that was when? April 19th of 2022. What the happened then? Oh, I guess April 23rd. And his most unfavorable, let me guess, is this January 6th? Oh, it's 10 days after January 6th when the polling came through. Oh, shit. He's an 8.1, and you're trying to spin that. Let's hear the spin.
He is currently with a favorability at 44.7%. That is almost the highest he has ever been. But even still, Trump actually outperformed his favorability by about 5 points in 2020. So I simply add 5 points to calculate his projected vote share.
We're just plugging numbers in all over the place, aren't we? Jesus Christ. This guy, this is the statistics understander right here, guys. Holy shit. We can just like pick and choose which numbers to add where and take away, and you know, it's just number happy all over the place. We can give Trump 5 here, take 4 away from Harris there. Oh, it's nobody has like possibly thought about this, you know, in any of the other myriad, you know, trusted places like 538 or Real Clear Politics. Like, nobody thought to like adjust for their models at all for the past 8 years. Nobody at all.
Here, and he leads this model by 2 points. And so these 3 models I showed you combined plus Rasmussen.
Wait, what is Harris's favorability? Harris is up a point. She's up a point. There are good arguments that polling bias will favor Dems this time because Harris has a positive net approval and higher enthusiasm than Trump. Biden and Hillary liked both. I mean, yeah, that's true. I'm not saying that it's that the models are going to be perfect or that there's not going to be some bias due to like some events that are happening, but just like picking and choosing different data points and, oh, I'll just adjust this up 5 points. I'm just going to adjust this up 5 percentage points because, you know, like they got it wrong last time by 5 points. So that means that it's going to perfectly map onto this time is so insane.
Polling average, which I also include them as well. Their average is at Trump plus 2.4. And Rasmussen has been one of the most accurate national pollsters in election years. So
isn't Rasmussen one of the most partisan conservative polling places in the country? Like it's like a D or like F listed, like A, like it's a horrible pollster, isn't it?
That's why I include them. And then we have my model average of Trump plus 2.5. That's a pretty big national lead. And now I'm going to get into why that means Trump has a big advantage in this election and almost a guaranteed win if you look at it from the context of how much he's leading by nationally. And so this margin here, Trump plus 2.5, if this were to hold up, it would almost guarantee the election for Trump at that point, because if we see here, Nate Silver, who is not a very right-leaning guy, by the way, he posted the odds of victory for both candidates according to Silver.
And everybody shit on him for his like 60% chance of Trump to win. Like, the best you could say is that it's a dead heat or Kamala is slightly ahead. To say that Trump is up 10% is delusional.
Bulletin's model here. And if Trump is up by 2 to 3 points nationally, which once again is what my model is currently indicating, Trump has a 99.9% chance of victory in 2024. He would average about 320.
This is saying if it is up. Oh, I see. Yeah, he's reading it correctly. It's just delusional, saying that like Trump is going to win the popular vote finally.
Electoral college votes
by 2 points. The unfortunate reality is that the Democrats have to win like the national vote by like 5 percentage points to win. And that's been the case since Trump came into office. We have all the big cities, but that doesn't matter if they win the Electoral College. But Trump's not going to win the popular vote. He's just not going to.
Scenario well above the 270 needed to win, and he would have almost a guaranteed win in terms of odds. So that is what Silver Bulletin is indicating. Now, I think those odds will change if you look at it from the context of what the national environment could be by election day. You know, it's certainly not a guarantee that Trump is leading by over 2 points nationally by then. But Harris, if you see here, she kind of has hit a wall with her support. You know, the honeymoon period, it's basically over at this point. Her debate.
They've been kind of neck and neck, and it's only been like a tiny little bit. It's not like anybody saying that this is absolutely in the bag for Harris. But this is insane.
Performance did not really move the needle. So I do think Trump, while he's not a guaranteed victor, I would be very hard pressed to see Harris make up so much ground in such little time. And she really is running out of time, by the way. She would literally have to win the popular vote by like 2 to 3 points, according to Silver Bulletin here, to even be ahead in the odds, not even a guaranteed win. And in my own election model, she would have to be up by basically 3 points nationally to win the election just barely. So things are looking really good for Trump right now. And let's take a look at my own individual margins for the key states of this election that I am projecting. So let's scroll down here and see the margins. We'll first start with some of the deep red states. So Texas, I currently have at 14.5 points for Donald Trump right now, a huge victory, and it's in the likely column, approaching safe for Trump at this point. Now, immigration and Hispanic voters will push the state to the right. I currently have it trending 2 points to the right this cycle, producing a big win in Texas. And back to our map, we can also see the state of Florida. I'm currently projecting.
I love this guy like going through what his model is. And like, he's literally just this meme.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the up.
Like, he's literally just that meme, dude.
This state at 14.5 points for Trump as well. It is in the likely Republican column. I have this state trending hard to the right this cycle by 4 points. Trump is going to see massive gains in the state, especially with Hispanic voters. Pretty much a guarantee he's going to flip Miami-Dade County at this point, and he would.
I don't know if that's a guarantee, but like Trump will win Florida. You don't have to go so far as to say that like the large population centers full of Democrats are going to go suddenly Trump. Okay?
We're in the state ruby red. Now looking at the state of Iowa, this one is just under 14 points for Trump in my election forecast, also in the likely column for Trump. Now, white working class voters are slowing in terms of their trend towards Republicans. You can see that if you look at the crosstabs, and you also have a somewhat similar dynamic in terms of that with Ohio. This is a 15-point projected victory for Trump. It is now in the safe Trump column, a huge victory. I have this state trending with the country at large. The trend's going to be neutral. It's not going to trend to the right like in 2020 due to the white working class kind of maxing out for Trump, but Trump will see gains with African Americans in the state. So it kind of.
I'm actually curious because it's been a second since the I'm not saying that Harris has a chance of winning Ohio, but I'm just curious. Yeah, 86 enough time. Like, has that changed at all since the debate? When was the debate? The 10th? Damn, I can't believe that like it hasn't changed much at all since the debate, dude. Jesus. given that Ohio was like the center of like the biggest controversy from that.
Kind of balances out, and JD Vance is also going to help him out here by a little bit. And now we can take a look at some of the deep blue states for this election. So I have separated them into 2 separate columns. We'll look at the top section first. Minnesota, this state I have at about 3 points for Kamala Harris right now. Democrats, they are going to see continued gains with the white college educated, and the state is going to trend about 3 points to the left in my projection.
Isn't Minnesota known for its blue-collar workers? I've never been to Minnesota, but aren't they like part of the Rust Belt?
Walls will boost Harris here slightly. Now the state of New Hampshire, I have it just 1.5 points for Kamala Harris. Now this state, it's going to be pretty difficult to predict. I do have it trending a tad to the left this cycle due to the fact that the state is very college educated, but the independents, which are very notable in this state, could break for Trump. Those voters are very elastic. They're very unpredictable. So predicting this state is going to be pretty hard. The state of Maine is pretty...
New Hampshire, he's talking about. Pretty sure that they're almost always voting dim, right? I guess the last time they went red was in 2004. They used to be a swing state. I guess not anymore. Oh, wait, where are we? There we are.
Similar in that regard. It's a 3-point lean win for Harris currently in my projection. And then we see New Mexico. I have this state at just under 3 points for Harris right now. Trump is going to improve with Hispanics in the state, and I have it trending slightly to the right. Because of that, the border will also play a role as well. Harris will do pretty well with the white voters in Albuquerque, but like I said, the state will probably trend to the right a little bit. And then Virginia is currently a 4-point win for Kamala Harris in my forecast, much closer than what it was in 2020 when it went for Biden by 10 points. I think the state will trend about 1 point to the left, but it very well could trend to the right. 2020 could have been a fluke. We'll have to see. And now we will kind of go rapid fire with the deep blue states of this election, the remaining ones, starting with Washington, which is at a 14-point projected win for Harris. Oregon at 11 points. It is.
Why were they in the toss-up at all? Why did you have it all filled in a little bit with like Massachusetts and Maryland and Delaware or Rhode Island? That's Rhode Island. Oh, holy shit. No, that's Rhode Island. That's Delaware. Like, why not just like fill in Oregon and Washington or New York? Why is New York in the toss-up?
Likely. Colorado is a 9.5-point projected win for Harris in the state. Illinois is a 9-point Democratic victory. New York is at 12 points for Harris, and the state of New Jersey is a 6-point Harris win. You can see the projected trends for all those states right here, and I'll go into more depth in another video as to why I see these each trending by these margins. But for now, we will go to the swing states of this election, as well as the 2 congressional districts on the map. I'll go rapid fire with these as well. So Wisconsin is currently just under 5 points for Trump. It is likely. Michigan is at 3 points Republican.
Is this off of Real Clear? Because I don't look at Real Clear politics that much. Like, it can't be like that, right? It can't be that much different. No, it says right here. Wisconsin, 1.2 for Harris. Michigan, 1.7 for Harris. Pennsylvania, 1 for Harris. Georgia, 1.7 for Trump. Arizona, 1.6 for Trump. Nevada, 0.2 for... Wait, why did you just move? 0.2 for Harris. Minnesota, they have Harris winning that one pretty soundly. Ohio, Trump plus 9. New Hampshire, 7.7. Where the f*** is he basing this shit off of, dude?
And also likely, and Pennsylvania is over a 5-point Trump victory in my projection. I have the Rust Belt as a whole trending to the left this cycle due to what I described with Iowa. The white working class is kind of maxing out for Republicans in the crosstabs. Trump is going to see more gains with working class voters of color in the more diverse Sun Belt down here. So Arizona is currently a 7-point win for Trump right now in my forecast. Nevada is a 6.5-point likely win for Trump. Georgia.
Has this guy been doing this since like 2016 or 2020? Popular. Or how about let's go to oldest. That's the easiest way. No, he started 6 months ago. I'm going to subscribe to this guy. I want to see what this guy's video is going to be like when he talks about how he was so wrong. I'm currently aiming to be the #1 most accurate forecast of the 24 election. What is his background? That would be so interesting. Wait, what?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gold Crown Politics. And today, we'll be covering the 3 most important states in the 2024 election. If you happen to like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. So heading into the 2024 election, you likely hear a lot of talk about the swing states, and those would be classified really as states that could vote in either direction in a presidential race. And while every swing state is certainly important, some are much more important than others. And in 2024, these 6 toss-ups right here would be, I think, the most notable ones. I personally do not classify North Carolina as a swing state due to the fact that it still votes substantially to the right of the nation. But in any case, these 6 states right here, Nevada, Arizona,
These channels
Georgia,
don't
Wisconsin,
survive across election cycles? Well, that's not true because let's talk elections. This guy's been doing this forever. 7 years ago. Like this guy, he's like a Harvard graduate, I think. And I watch his videos, and they're pretty good. They're pretty honest. He was saying when Donald Trump was in the lead, he was saying that they're in the lead. Like this guy's pretty based. This is like a knockoff version of that, but like it's like they look at someone that's speaking positively about the Democrats winning. And they're like, I could do that. And I'll just do it in a way where, I'm not looking at the biased media and I'll be just like him. But like this other guy, he went to Harvard for political science. Does he talk about that in here? A rising sophomore at Harvard College. Like he lists his qualifications. This is just some random on the internet.
Georgia is a 7-point win for Republicans this cycle, in North Carolina.
7-point win in Georgia is insane. I'm sorry. I don't think that Harris is going to win Georgia this time, but like 7 points is going to shift like 8 point something points over the course of this election. I just so severely doubt that.
Carolina is over an 8-point Republican victory.
I don't think this guy heard about the Mark Robinson shit. Oh, I don't think he heard about that.
A large win in the Tar Heel state. Now, I see the Sun Belt either trending neutral or to the right, depending on the state. Arizona and Georgia have been trending to the left for the past few cycles, but Trump's gains with African Americans and Hispanics will kind of offset that trend. I'll also explain the exact trends with further details in another video, but for now, we arrive to the final 2 congressional districts on our map. Maine's 2nd district, which I currently project as a safe margin of over 15 points for Donald Trump. And
is that true? I thought that narrowed. I mean, that could be like 1,000,000% correct. I just don't. Wait. Did he? Okay, he just mixed them up. Okay, he must have mixed them up. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I got you.
Nebraska 2nd district, which is over a ½ point for Donald Trump right now. It'll flip.
I'm sorry. That one I don't believe. I think that Harris wins 77 times out of 100 according to 538. And just to be fair and balanced, we can look at the Real Clear Politics. I don't think they have a map like this, do they? Well, this is showing Trump versus... Oh, okay, sorry. I see Biden right there, and I saw Hillary. I thought that it said versus... Wait, why are you not giving me any... Maybe they don't have any polls out.
Into his column from 2020, bringing Donald Trump to 313 Electoral College votes compared to Kamala Harris with 225. A big victory for the former president. He will expand on his election win from back in 2016, where he won 306 Electoral College votes. Now, in this cycle, he is projected to see improvement nationally and win the national popular vote for the very first time of his political career and deliver a decisive electoral victory in 2024. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and this has been Gold Crown Politics signing out.
Oh man, how Delusional do you have to be to say shit like that, dude? What the like that's shockingly biased.